Oh, ito na, Aragoy, Aragoy, Aragoy. Say Aragoy.
Aragoy. Team Aragoy para.
Come on, Grizzly. Come on. Come on, mga Grizzly. 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 Guys, are you excited to see the animals?
Yes, we are animals.
Oh, ito na, Aragoy, Aragoy, Aragoy. Say Aragoy.
Aragoy. Team Aragoy para.
Look, look. Grabe ano?
Wildlife kaya para mga ano talaga.
Grabe ano?
Bakit tinatago nila, girl?
Wow.
Totoo.
Oh. Lion ba yan? Grabe yung pag nakain ka, no? Hindi ka talaga, no?
How many is here, Dad?
Paano pag tumalon?
Mukhang galit.
Mukhang galit, no? Laki, no? Grabe.
Parang drum na
Oh. Hangga.
Wow.
What did you say?
What does the lion say?
Roar!
Is that what the lion says?
Look at the mom.
I know, I see.
Wow, so big. Wow. Kung may peacock ito.
Ano yan, manok?
Peacock ba yan? Peacock?
Ewan ko, iba pala yun. Pabo, tsaka gansa. Magkaiba pala yun.
Oo.
Sinabi sa akin ni Kuya Rolando.
Ah, ang pangalan nito? Ito, ano to?
Alam namin.
Ano to?
Parang flamingo or ano.
Gangsa to? Gangsa?
Hindi yan flamingo. Ayun yung isa. Tiger ba yun? Anak ni Kuya. Tatlo pala. Kala ko ba alam yung kanina? Ha? Oh, leopard. Leopard ka. Leopard.
Oh, he was gonna get that bird.
Look, what's this?
Nasaan na sila?
Is this tiger? Oh,
Nasaan?
No, it's like a bobcat.
bobcat, yeah?
Thing.
Bobcat?
Bobcat or a mountain lion.
Foxcat.
Oh.
Hindi leopard.
Yeah, bobcat, eh?
Puting na malaki.
Yeah, one with-
What's that mean?
Yeah, the bobcat got
Foxcat?
the big one
Bobcat.
Oo,
That's
di ba yung ano
mountain.
na
Bobcat.
traktorang bobcat?
Oh, bobcat yan.
Ay, yun ang
Bobcat.
tulugan nila. So, I think girl, winter is nandyan lang sila.
Wait, what is that?
Ito yung bobcat din, no, na tunay na bobcat.
Whoa, come here, Rocky. Come here, Rocky. Come. Wow.
Sige, sige.
Whoa, got mad.
Hoy, wala na sila.
He got mad.
Ayan, lumayas na sila. Baby bear.
Grizzly?
Hold on, buddy.
Grizzly bear?
Baby bear. Hindi mo ano nila, oh, para makintab, no? Bear.
Grizzly yan, di ba? Oh. Yung grizzly yan, eh. Grizzly bear.
Yeah.
Wala na, no. Isa parang nagsisimula pa lang maglakad yung isa.
Come on, Grizzly! Come on! Come on, mga Grizzly! Grizzly bear! Come on! Grizzly bear, come on! Grizzly!
Hi, Grace. We are here at the...
Deer, 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 deer. Deer.
Ayoko na ayun.
Deer, 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 deer. Baby deer.
Gotta be.
Ito. Wow. It's beautiful deer.
Rocky, you want to feed them? Feed.
You gotta go in there nice and soft so you don't get scared.
Bob.
Royalty.
Nice. May mga deer din dito eh. Ito yung mga deer na ano. What? Right here.
Now, a lot of people also depict, well, the movies especially, that beautiful scene of the wolves howling at the full moon. It's not necessarily the full moon that they're specifically howling at, but because that moon is out and it creates so much light, wolves are typically most active early mornings and later in the evenings. Breathe. Alright, Mary's right. Wolves are more active early morning, later in the evening. Another kind of interesting thing when it comes to that is there's a lot of myths around wolves, and it's because our storybooks, things like that, kind of educate us incorrectly. So, you know how they always have the wolf howling at the moon? Do you think wolves howl at the moon? They don't, but they are more active on full moons. And the reason for that is because it's lighter outside, so it's easier to move around, it's easier to get prey, and therefore they're communicating more, so they are howling more. But it's not, I can't go that far away from the PA. It's not specifically that they howl at the moon. That or other kind of interesting things I think are myths that have been debunked. You know how you hear about having like an alpha, omega, all that kind of stuff? I don't even know them all when it comes to wolves. There isn't so much. It was a study that was done to believe that that's kind of how a pack works. And it was later then reneged on. So yes, in a wolf pack, you may have an alpha. Typically you do, or just a dominant wolf. Most packs consist of one dominant female and one dominant male. Those are your breeding wolves. And then their offspring. Last year's pups typically do help stay and look after this year's pups. And then they will break off and form new packs. They're vision fusion, which means they come and go through different styles quite frequently. Now, the wolves we have here at the park, did you talk about our wolves? Okay, cool. Are you going to die? Like left arm up in the air, open the lungs? Okay, good. So
black
we have
black
two, three packs of two here at the park. We have Thorn Loki here.
Ito yung grandma ng mga wolf.
Beside us, we have Highlander and Sassenach. And then over by the Japanese snow macaques at the end of the bears is Nisa and Lupe. So Thor and Loki are a year old. They are actually offspring from Highlander and Sassenach. So oopses do happen. It was our very own oops. We weren't expecting it at all whatsoever because Highlander and Sassenach are now just 3. Wolves don't typically reproduce that young. But it was a lovely for the two that found the pups originally, and unfortunately when we found them, Sassenach was the process of eliminating one pup. There was nothing we could do for it at the point it was already at, and it was probably one of the hardest decisions Mary and I had ever made. We decided that that was her business, and it was natural and she could do whatever she wanted, so we were just going to get up and leave and let her do her own thing, because that's what we thought she wanted. And as we started to walk away, she grabbed another one from behind her, and she physically handed it to me. That is not normal wolf behavior. They're takers, not givers. So when she handed me a wolf pup, and I had already seen what she was in the process of doing, it didn't take much to know she did not want them. So we took them, and actually for about a week after, every time I fed Sassenach, I would throw her food, she would get it, she'd bring it back to me. As if I needed the food to help look after the pup. So it was kind of an interesting and unique experience, very special. Highlander and Sassenach came from a facility in Ontario. Their pack had actually just grown larger than what they wanted for the enclosure size that they had, and they asked if we would be willing to take them, and so we said yes. Nisa and Lupe are 9 years old, and they originally came from the wild, the Edmonton area. Unfortunately, their pack had been hunted and killed. The pups were taken, fed a human baby formula, which unfortunately does shut down the GI tract. So they were very ill. They turned them into a rehab facility because they realized they were doing something very wrong. Unfortunately, at that point, they had already had enough damage that the amount of human care they were going to need to get healthy again, they would not be able to be re-released to the wild. So that's when Fish and Wildlife contacted us and asked us if we would be willing to take them. We obviously said yes, and so they are here. They will remain with us for the rest of their lives. It's kind of fun having 2 packs of 3 because Thor and Loki can go for visits with Highlander and Sassenach. They actually all get along beautifully. They can also visit with Nisa and Lupe. Nisa and Lupe do not visit with Highlander and Sassenach. Sassenach is an intact female. Nisa and Lupe are spayed, so she is dominant, and her job is to eliminate other females. So we do have to keep them separate in that aspect. But otherwise, we get to have lots of fun play dates and cause all sorts of shenanigans. And Nisa and Lupe, they only go visit for a few hours because they are 9 years old. And it's kind of like grandparents getting to have really little ones over. It's great for a visit, but then they can go back to mom and dad. It's nap time. Yes, Nisa and Lupe need nap time after. But because Highlander and Sassenach are as young as they are, they can just keep the shenanigans up forever. Thanks. I didn't really need your love, yo-yo. Do we have any questions about wolves? None? No, whatsoever. Did you talk about coloring of wolves? You did? Okay, cool. You didn't talk about their feet? They have 4 of them. Aren't I helpful? They also have web feet, so you might notice that their feet are quite large in proportion to their bodies, similar to cougars. Both cougars and wolves have web feet. Being native to our climate, it is a lot like walking on snow or having their own snowshoes. Their nails are razor sharp. We do not have to trim them. They are not dogs. They do all natural wolf behavior here at the park. So they dig their own dens. By doing so, they're wearing those nails down. They have 2 dens right over there. They're actually really, really impressive. I can completely disappear in them. So yeah, we don't have to trim the nails, but they are razor sharp. And they have 2 eyes, 1 mouth, 2 ears, and a tail. These guys we also do medical training on for anybody that was at the bear presentation. So tactile is really, really important with them. There is nothing on this wolf's body that I can't feel. So we feel the guts in case there's a blockage in the GI tract, because if you've ever heard of the saying wolf it down, like don't wolf down your dinner, because when wolves are given pretty much anything, it goes straight down the hatch. Pretty sure they don't chew much. So we need to be able to check that GI tract and make sure it is okay if they get something that they shouldn't. We also can touch them in their mouth area as much as we want. Well, then give me your mouth. You're so jealous. And check those teeth. Pull your tongue. Where's your tongue? Right there. Good job. We can do in the pooper for temperature taking. We can listen to their chest. They're trained for blood draws as well. In fact, if you just look at them, you can usually see the beautiful veins on their legs pop. Yes. Hi. I know. So this is Thor, and Thor is very jealous when Loki gets attention. Now, you might have noticed he peed. Anybody that has dogs, they pee all over the place when they meet people, you get upset with them, correct?
Yeah.
You don't want your dog to pee all over your kitchen floor, do you? No, with wolves we encourage it because it is true communication. When a wolf meets somebody, yes, they usually smell that special area because that's where all of our pheromones are. That's what gives them the information about us. No different, it's very polite for them to pee because that means they're sharing their pheromones with us. Other things that are very different between a wolf and a dog. Do you notice how they're not right here beside me the whole time now that I've been in here for a few minutes? Because they become very irrelevant. Dogs are companion animals. They want that. They need that from you. Wolves are leaders. They do what they want when they want, and really you become very irrelevant to them very quickly. Most people do wonder how the wolves do in the winter. They are 100% native to Alberta, and in fact, I would say 99.9% of the time, we don't see these wolves in their dens. We see them out. The temperatures do not bother them at all. They're just starting to grow back their winter coats. So all the exterior
Saan
hairs,
doon?
these are just guard hairs.
Oh, yun pala.
It's actually cool to watch them in the rain or the snow because it completely does keep them dry. And underneath, in the nice soft fluffy stuff, that's what keeps them really warm.
Go here, guys. There's a grey wolf here too.
They are now.
What
Wolves
is-
do have very long, lean legs, so a lot of people go, oh, wolves in the wild are way bigger.
there.
They can appear to be larger, definitely when they have that winter coat, or because
Grey
of their
wolf.
long,
It's called
long
grey
legs.
wolf
But
here.
on average, wolves
There's another one
usually
grey
weigh
wolf here, guys.
between 70 and
Right there.
120 pounds. To see a wolf over 150 pounds is like, you know, Guinness Book of World Records. It doesn't happen very often. Yes, there are dog species that are bigger than wolves. They also stand really tall. Thank you. I really didn't want your love today because you're trying to... Wolves are takers, not givers. We are not taking the headset from me because I know what will happen if you get it. I almost forgot I had it on for a second. Normally that's why we don't talk and train with wolves is because they are takers. We don't want them to destroy the headset. But apparently when your coworker thinks she's about to die, you have to step in and be a team. Any questions at all? No. Anybody want to take Thor home? You won't have a home left if you take him home. Again, wolves are takers, not givers. They destroy everything. They pee on everything. And Thor and Loki are very habituated. They are very comfortable near and around people. But typically, one thing that really happens when people get wolf dogs, I do not recommend it at all whatsoever. Wolves by nature are stranger danger. They're very elusive. They don't want to be near people. And most people, when they get a wolf dog, ends up being very much that way. So if you ever wanted to have company over, you can count that out because your wolf dog is going to completely freak out. So we do not recommend wolf dogs. They are not what people think they are. And it's illegal to own wolves, so you can't have one of them, thankfully. Anything else you didn't talk about that you want me to talk about? Kind of like they have feet, eyes. Did you talk about that wolf eyes? Oh, I can talk about the wolf eyes. So when wolves are born, their eyes will shut, and when they open at about